few months back I rated every single Spider-Man 2 suit in Spider-Man 2, and with a new suit update in the game I only thought it was real just to go ahead and rank all of these suits at once. So without further ado, enough talking, we've got a lot of stuff to get through, let's dive in. Kicking things off in the D tier, we've got the Motor Chick suit. This is one of the brand new updated suits in the game. I'm just not a big fan of this suit. I mean, a lot of people have said it's the least liked in the new DLC, and I think it's just really because of the whole lines in the suit. I just think it looks absolutely terrible in comparison to the other DL suits that we eventually got. So yeah, this is coming in at last place in the D tier. Next up, we've got the Metro suit and the Dark Age suit. I think these suits are very, very similar in some ways, but one is kind of the symbiote suit, one is just kind of close to what The Last Stand was going for with the whole jacket thing. But I do think that these are not as bad as most people say it out to be, but they're definitely not good either. Next up, we've got the Arantia suit and the Stone Monkey suit. I actually prefer the Arantia suit a little bit more compared to the Stone Monkey suit. I think there's just too much going on in this, and I think it just really defeats the purpose of having a really good suit when you just add too much detail onto something like it. But I do enjoy the red and the gold on the Arantia suit. It is very, very nice. Next on the list we have the Agimat suit for Miles and the biomechanical suit. I'm not really a big fan of the Agimat suit. I just think that so much purple in this suit just makes it overpowering, and the biomechanical suit is good, but I just think the black and the red just don't do it justice that much. It was just trying too hard to be a symbiote suit when it doesn't really offer anything original. Next up, we've got the Encoded suit and the Tukatsu suit. Not gonna lie, I think that both the spider logos on these suits just look really bad. I don't know what they were going for with the spider logos. I mean, just make it as basic as possible. I mean, I'd rather have that than just like a scribble chicken scratch on a suit. Next up, we've got the Brooklyn 2099 suit and the Life Story suit. Not gonna lie, I don't think seeing Spider-Man goes to space is ideally a great concept, as we haven't really seen him in space besides Infinity War and in the comics, but I just don't think the suit works at all. I think it's probably one of the ugliest Spider-Man suits I've ever seen. And as for the Brooklyn 2099 suit, it's just a very whack. It's not really anything original, and there's definitely a lot better suits for Miles than in this game, and also in other games that we've seen. So yeah, I mean, Miles Morales even had better suits than this. So honestly, if we just get rid of this, and let's move on to the next one. Next up, we've got Programmable Matter versus the N suit. I actually do like the N suit. I think it is a very good suit for Miles. As for the Programmable Matter, I just think it looks like it's supposed to be more of a Spider-Man Corrupt suit, but I just don't really dig the spider logo yet again, and I think there's just too many lights on the suit that make it look really ugly. Coming up next is of course the Strike suit and the King in Black suit. I just don't really have much to say about these two suits. I just think they're very average, and yeah, they pretty much look very identical to each other. There's just really nothing really going on. What can I say? The Kumo suit is a prime example of what can go wrong with a Spider-Man suit. I mean, he literally looks like he's been dragged through Japanese trash. I mean, like, come on, what the fuck is this? And next, of course, we've got the Apocalyptic suit. Nothing really going on with this suit, but the Mohawk does throw it off for me. Now jumping straight into the C tier, we've got Tactical suit and the 25th Century suit. These are just okay suits. I'm not a too big fan of them. I do like the white on the Tactical suit. Besides that, I just think these are very average and they don't really bring too much else to the table. Next up, we've got the Evolved suit and the Red Spectre. I mean, the Red Spectre is the only W here, let's face it, let's move on. Next up, we've got the Borakua suit. I do kind of like the nod to Captain America and the Miles Morales logo. I think it is very, very nice. And the Smoke and Mirror suit is a nice little callback to Mysterio and that side mission, and I did thoroughly enjoy that Mysterio side mission. I think it was very unique, and having Mysterio as a side character and then eventually unlocking the suit afterwards was a nice little touch. I don't know whose idea it was for Peter Parker to dress up as Kraven the Hunter, but when he did, this looked like absolute trash. I don't know what the hell they were thinking. And also the Psy Sound suit isn't actually a very bad Miles suit. I think it definitely holds up and is definitely very underrated. So honestly, a mega plus right there. The Hybrid suit is literally what happens when you take a very good Tom Holland suit and absolutely fuck it up. Like seriously, fuck this thing, man. And also the new blue suit is actually very nice. I do like the whole blue and black combo. I think it's a very good colour combination. However, the spider logo really just lets it down. Same can be said with the Civil War suit. I'm just not a big fan of this suit. I think the cargo pants just don't go really well with the red and blue, but there is a nice little nod to the original comic accurate Spider-Man outfit, which I do kinda like. But the black and gold suit is even more depressing and giving us one of the worst suits in Spider-Man history and in No Way Home. Like, what the fuck were they thinking, man? The Saving Life suit is pretty much a worse cosplay of Wraith, and it's pretty much just the same reskin as Wraith, except it is Peter Parker in the suit this time. Honestly, just stick to Yuri Watanabe. Like, Peter Parker should never dress up as his best friend ever again. And also, Flying Fresh isn't so bad of a suit. I actually do kinda like it. It's just very overrated in my opinion. And rounding out the C tier is the stealth suit from Far From Home. I mean, there's not really any words I can really say about this suit other than what the hell. I mean, it just is a very bland suit, and it's definitely a very forgettable suit in Tom Holland's Spider-Man arc. Now, this is where it gets good, and now we're kicking things off with the B tier. Starting off with No Way Home suit, I actually do really like the final swing suit from No Way Home. The colours are definitely really shiny and vibrant, which I think really brings out the colours and the suit as a whole. And yeah, I mean, no one really talks about the No Way Home suit as much, and I'm excited to see what they do with it in future films. By far the weakest of the Tom Holland suits is the Iron Spider. I didn't actually like this suit at first, and I still don't like it till this day. I think it is one of the ugliest Spider-Man suits, especially in the MCU. I mean, the Far From Home suit is far superior in comparison to this one. So yeah, I mean, I've just never really liked this suit at all. However, moving on to one of the best MCU suits, and that is the Stark suit. I actually really love this suit. I think it looks even better in Spider-Man 2, and it's just very classic and honourable to the comics. What can I say? Up next, we've got the Iron Spider from the comics and the homemade suit. The homemade suit from Homecoming isn't my favourite MCU suit. I think it definitely needs some work, but it's certainly not bad either. I do kind of dig how it looks slightly homemade in comparison to how Tobey Maguire had his, but that's the only redeeming factor for that. However, the Iron Spider comic suit is probably the best version of the Iron Spider we've ever seen. I mean, nothing really beats the comic counterpart anyway, depending on the way you look at it, and I think the black and gold just matches so perfectly in comparison to the very dull red and blue on the MCU version. I've always been biased between Spider-Punk, but I do actually like the suit as a whole, and I'm glad they actually managed to add the brand new Noir suit from Into the Spider-Verse into this game, and I think this is really the true definition of the Spider-Man Noir suit. I've never really been a big fan of the Shattered Dimension suit from Spider-Man 1. I just think without the coat and the hat, I just think this suit just doesn't match up to how it should be. I'm glad they finally added the Anti-Ox suit into this game in comparison to the original game. I think this is a very underrated Spider-Man suit. Of course, it was used in the final battle of the first game, and it's just very different. It's always very unique, and the way Insomniac comes up with their different variation of their own suits is just as much as good as seeing how the comics handle their own particular versions of suits. So yeah, I mean, I actually low-key dig this suit. The eye lenses, everything about it, the yellow spider logo, it seems all incredible in every way. And also the Arachnite suit is very nice, and it also kind of reminds of Assassin's Creed in some way, so very, very nice. This wouldn't be a Spider-Man suit list without the iconic Scarlet Spider. I love everything about this suit. It's all complete red, and along with that blue hoodie is an excellent touch, as well as the Superior Spider-Man, which I'm glad is in this game. I think the red and the grey, and also the iconic red spider arms give it a run for its money. Next up is the 2099 suit and the Amazing Spider-Man suit. The 2099 suit just looks just as good as it did in the first game, just with a few tweaks, and we finally got on the additional black suit in which the colour of the suit is actually black, so it's a nice little touch to that. And also, of course, we had the Amazing Spider-Man suit, which, don't get me wrong, may look like a basketball, but I think it is one of the best Spider-Man suits in live action. I'll put the Scarlet 2 and 3 suit next to one another because I think these suits are just incredible in their own way, and I think the red and black on the Scarlet Spider 2 just looks absolutely phenomenal, and it's definitely a really great modern take on the classic. The Best There Is suit is pretty much teasing that Insomniac will eventually bring out Wolverine in the next couple of years, and it's obviously a nice little nod to know that they actually are directing with Wolverine, and it's a nice to have a little suit nodding into that game, as we probably might get even a Spider-Man 2 Easter egg when Wolverine finally releases. Up next we've got the Crimson Cowl and the Across the Spider-Verse. The Across the Spider-Verse isn't the best Spider-Verse suit. I think Into the Spider-Verse does a lot better job, and the Crimson Cowl suit is absolutely incredible. I love the hood, I love the red and black combination, it's a really nice touch. The Great Responsibility suit is a very nice Miles Morales suit. It's very unique, and it also has its own take of how Miles Morales would have looked before he donned the iconic black and red suit. And also, the Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. suit is pretty much how Peter Parker would look if he joined Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I'm just not really a big fan of this suit. I don't know why I put it in the B tier, but just a very mediocre suit nonetheless. I absolutely love the colours of the 10th anniversary suit, and it's a very unique Miles Morales suit. While the Into the Spider-Verse suit is probably the best live action animated Spider-Man suit we've ever seen, alongside the Peter Parker suit, but we'll get into that later, and it's definitely the best out of the two movies. The Forever suit was a nice little touch and little nod back to Chadwick Boseman death, rest in peace, and obviously we had the Homemade suit. I mean, you just really can't forget about those Tims, man. Like, the Tims make the Homemade suit. The Bodega Cat suit is probably by far my favourite Miles Morales suit. I mean, who can forget Garfield in the back of his backpack? And of course the Purple Rain suit is a little nod to his uncle Prowler, and it's a very nice touch with the colour of purple and green being the main colour scheme. I think it goes really well on a Spider-Man suit. The Miles Morales 2020 suit is obviously a very, very iconic Spider-Man suit, and I think it's definitely the best looking version of Miles Morales we've seen in recent times. Going on to the Shadow Spider is actually a very nice suit, and it shows that Spider-Man can in fact wear a cape. The Miles Morales 2099 suit is absolutely glorious. I love the logo, I love the hood, and I love the lenses especially. I think everything about this suit is absolutely perfect. Including with the sportswear suit, it's an incredible suit as well, judging with the jacket and the hood up. I don't know, with Miles Morales it seems like the hood going up is always a good touch with these suits. And of course, ending off B tier, we've got the tracksuit, which is the absolute GOAT. We don't really have to say much about the tracksuit being other than being an absolute winning success for Miles Morales, and the family business suit, which is actually relatively nice. I do kind of like it a lot. Before we head into the final S tier, I want to address a few of the honourable mentions. So let's just rhyme them off from heart. Fluoro, the Ginga, and the Metro for Miles. I actually do like these suits. Although they're the new DLC, I just wasn't a big fan of them to put them on the list or any of the tiers. So yeah, they're just going to go in for the honourable mentions for now, and hopefully I might have a spot for them if I tend to grow on them more and use them more. The Last Stand suit and the Uptown Pride suit are pretty much iconic suits. I absolutely love the Uptown Pride suit. I think the gold looks phenomenal on Miles, while the Last Stand suit is incredible with the jacket and is a very unique Spider-Man suit. I actually just had to put these in the honourable mentions because, you know, I just didn't really feel like I had a spot for them yet again. But honestly, Last Stand and this suit are both masterpieces in their own way. The animated Miles suit is definitely a very classic looking version and a very unique way to do Miles Morales, and I'm glad it actually came back in from Miles Morales into this game. It's just really good to see this suit back in action. Now let's move on to the final tier of the video, and that is of course the S tier. So let's jump in without further ado. These are the best suits in this game, and we're about to just kick things off right along with the Miles Morales upgraded suit from Spider-Man 2. I absolutely love this suit. I think it's a major upgrade from the original. However, the original does just have that shimmer to it that I don't think I can really let go, so I will have to give these points to Miles Morales 2020. However, this is a very good upgraded suit from the one we had. The Into the Spider-Verse suit is 100 times better than the Across the Spider-Verse one. I just think they did it a lot better with the red and the black, and the colours divide very smoothly with this suit. And that can also be said for the Advanced Suit 1.0. I mean, when we saw this iconic white spider logo don the screens in 2016, we thought, what the hell, this is an entirely new Spider-Man story. And if only it was this game's Spider-Man 2.0 suit for it to just come along shit the park, this would have probably won. But honestly, the Spider-Man 2.0 Advanced is a lot better than this one, which we will get into very soon. Nothing says Spider-Man more than the iconic red and blue colours. I mean, the classic suit is nothing without the other suits in this game, and the classic suit is definitely done justice within Insomniac's Spider-Man universe, and yeah, what else is there to say? It's the classic red and blue, we've got to love it. Up next is the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit. I think they got everything right with this suit, from the lenses to this raised webbing. They took everything great about the Raimi suit, but 100 times it and made it so comic accurate, and it's definitely one of the best live action suits we've ever had. And it has went through some slight facelifts in this game, but the developers just know how to do it and just make it look 100 times better than it did on screen. By far the best Tom Holland suit, the Far From Home suit, black and red, is by far the greatest one we've seen from Tom Holland. I don't think anything really ever comes close to this suit, and I think red and black is just a perfect colour combination. Next up is the Symbiote classic comic book counterpart. I think this is one of the best looking Spider-Man suits, and of course without this symbiote we wouldn't have had the kick-ass symbiote in this game, so we do have to give a bit props to that, but I do think the symbiote suits from this game are slightly better. I'm going to have to put both Raimi suits next to one another because these are just going to be legendary, and they're always going to be legendary for years and years to come. I mean, these suits defined a generation and got most people into Spider-Man in the first place, so yeah, I mean, you got to just give kudos to the iconic Raimi suit. After the new update we just had, we of course got the brand new Peter B. Parker suit from Spider-Man PS4. It was pretty much no longer time until we finally got this suit in the game, and we have finally got it, and it looks incredible in all of its red and blue glory. And of course this and the Spectacular Spider-Man suit are some of the best animated Spider-Man suits we've ever had in recent years. So honestly, kudos to the Into the Spider-Verse, one of the greatest movies of all time. But honestly, Peter B. Parker's suit definitely gives the movie as itself a run for its money in being one of the most classic suits on movie history. Now we're moving into the top 3 with the Spider-Man 2 symbiote suit. I love everything about this suit, the armour detail and the very white spider eyes. I think they did everything great about this suit and everything good about this suit as well. They always go in for the originality aspect, and they still stuck to the comics and just made it 100 times better than what we've seen in the comics, which is incredible. And I love how it just moves around, like you can actually tell that it's actually an alien that is controlling Peter Parker. And honestly, what else can I say about this suit? It's an absolute 10 out of 10. However, that can also be said for the Symbiote 2.0, and this is when it gets super gnarly. Like, you can see his muscles, you can see how the Venom logo is more protruding out than ever, and obviously this is of course when Peter Parker in the story becomes pretty much full on demonized and is pretty much withering away at his body, and this suit does a really good job at interpreting that. And I gotta say, it's probably one of the best symbiote suits we've ever had, and it's definitely up there with my favourite ever symbiote suit that we've ever had in recent memory as well. But of course, my number one pick has to be the Advanced Suit 2.0. From the saturated colours to the iconic white spider logo to the more refined eyes in this suit, I think they just one-upped the Advanced Suit 1.0 and 10x this shit, man. Like, they have gone above and beyond with this suit, and I just hope it doesn't change in next future games, because of course Spider-Man 3 will be their last game. And honestly, just do not change it. Just maybe tweak the colours a little bit, but just do not change the design of it. I think they've got it absolutely spot on. And the Advanced Suit 2.0 and is pretty much my favourite Spider-Man suit in Spider-Man 2. So guys, there you have it. There's my full Spider-Man 2 tier list after the update. I hope you guys enjoyed the whole video. It did take me a long time to make. And just let me know down below what your guys' new suit is, and what is your favourite suit of after the new update. Is it one of the brand new suits that we got based on various athletes? Is it the Into the Spider-Verse suit? Or is it just the Raimi suits? Or is it one of the Far From Home suits? Let me know down below. And also, just because we're on the topic of Spider-Man 2, let's see what's going to happen after the whole updates, and let's see if we actually do get Spider-Man 2 DLC in the recent few months, because hopefully they eventually do announce something after this, because if they're going to give us more DLC and more suit packs, then they're obviously going to give us the first story DLC. So honestly, I can definitely expect a lot from this game, and it's definitely going to keep on giving. So without further ado guys, thank you very much for watching, take care and peace out.